Okay, so we're on the line with Ryan from South Aussie Thrashers Alkira. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Very good. Alkira's playing as one of the main acts at this Saturday's Heavy SA Fest. It's a wicked lineup of South Aussie bands. You must be looking forward to being a part of it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, any opportunity to sort of showcase the talent we've got in South Australia. And yeah, there's plenty of it. As you can see, I think it's like 14 bands or something, and it's killer from top to bottom. So, yeah, we're really stoked to be playing the event.
Absolutely. You've toured like both here and overseas. How would you say the SA metal scene compares to those places?
Oh, I mean, I'm probably biased, but I think it's as good as anywhere. We've got a pretty eclectic sort of range of bands, I guess you say. Like, we've got a good few thrash bands like Hidden Intent, and then you got your thrash death with Truth Corroded and whatnot, and then your prog with Dissidia, your sort of techie death prog with Voros. So, we've kind of got all bases covered, and I think all of those bands I've mentioned, plus, many more in the local scene are world class. Not just in sort of live performances, but what they're, releasing on CD and whatnot. So, yeah, I think it's as good as anywhere.
Absolutely. You already mentioned a few of the bands, but obviously there's no shortage to choose from on Saturday. But are there any in particular you want to be making sure you see?
I'm really liking Soul Screamer, relatively new band. I'm definitely going to try and catch them. I always love watching Voros and Truth Corroded, obviously. Mammoth are going to be heavy as anything. Hidden Intent just getting back from their Asian tour, so they'll be tight as. So looking forward to seeing them as well.
And a good chunk of the crowd are obviously going to be there for you guys. What have you got in store for them? Can we expect any new tracks?
I don't think we're playing any new ones, but we are playing a cover song for the first time. So I won't let that slip what it is, but we will be debuting a cover song which we're going to be recording for the upcoming album.
Awesome. Now, speaking of the album, you said back in January you're about 80% done. When do we get to hear some of this?
I'm probably going to hit the studio and do the drums in the next, hopefully within the next month to 2 months. And then we'll sort of track the rest from there. But we've got mixing booked in for later on the year, probably October, November, and that's with a pretty big name producer as well. So we're pretty excited about that.
Awesome. Now, Juggernaut was pretty damn good. Do you reckon you're going to be able to top it?
I think so. I think these songs are miles better. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to releasing it and seeing what everyone else thinks. But I guess you always hope that you're writing the best type of stuff you've ever written, and we feel like we are. So I think we have topped it.
Awesome. And touring wise, do you plan on getting out there a bit more extensively for this run?
Yeah. We'll back up the album with an Australian tour. We've got another tour of Asia in the works just before we record or release the next album. So we're going back to the Asia to sort of wrap up the Juggernaut cycle, and then follow that up by releasing the new one, and then go back to Australia, go back and do a full Australian tour, and then hopefully get back over to Asia early in the new year as well.
Awesome. Now, just to finish up, can you tell us a little bit about your writing process? Like, what happens? Does someone bring in a riff, or does a lot of it happen in the jam space? What do you guys do? Yeah,
we're really about the jam space. I mean, generally someone will come in with a riff that they've sort of just written or may have been working on for a little while. But yeah, it very rarely stays the same. It always changes in the jam space. And we all work on sort of compositions and tweaking riffs and tweaking sections and whatnot. So yeah, all that sort of stuff happens in the jam space, and then Greg and I do the majority of the lyrics and the vocal patterns and stuff. That all goes on afterwards. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very much a sort of whole band contribution in that aspect.
Awesome. Oh, well, thank you very much for speaking with me, Ryan. I can't wait to hear the new album, and more importantly, look forward to Saturday.
Cheers, mate. Can't wait for it.
Awesome, man.
I'll see you for a beer.
Yeah, fucking oath.